Good morning, Jim Laird joining you live from Grand Pacifica, Nicaragua. It's a beautiful day here today. We're going to revisit a topic I did yesterday. Usually the internet here is pretty good. Yesterday it was not good, and my cell reception wasn't great either. So the stream was really bad. Lots of great information. I got a lot of great feedback from it. So we're going to redo it today. In the mid-90s, I figured out that I really enjoyed training women a lot. It was more of a mentorship than I was working in college. I figured out really quickly that training women is more about teaching than intensity. And I enjoyed that approach a lot more. And then I just saw the incredible results when women lift weights and they eat for performance. So fast forward over the years, one of the things that I built my entire business around, I've obviously trained lots of athletes, but my consistent number one clientele throughout the year was women, particularly women that had tried everything, had problems losing body fat or weight. One, I don't like weight loss. I like body composition change. So educating women on if you add muscle mass, you're going to shrink. Okay. Muscle and fat weigh the same. A pound of muscle weight is the same as a pound of fat. It's just a pound of fat takes up more space than muscle. So getting women to get out of this mindset, when women try and lean down or they try and change body composition, they try and lose weight, they essentially will do all sorts of circuit training and cardio. Okay. And over time, you just become more efficient. And a lot of times the cardio they pick, things like spinning, they'll become more efficient at it, but their appetite will increase due to the intensity, the perceived effort will just increase appetite, and the actual will not be anywhere near the comparison to actually strength training. So when women strength train and they walk and they do some moderate conditioning and they eat either right at where they need to be or in a slight surplus, and they focus on building muscle, they actually get much better results. And then if they really want to lean down and tighten up, they've got a bigger engine, and that just makes it much easier for them. And it's much more enjoyable. They're not starving themselves. I've watched women over the years work their way down to below 1,000 calories a day, and they're not losing weight because they've just become so efficient, and they've wrecked their system, so to speak. So when I work with ladies, I really focus on nourishment. I focus on clothing sizes. How do things fit? How do you feel? Do you feel good? Feel sorry about that. There are internet issues or some other options. So we'll figure it out. But that's part of the challenge of living in somewhere like Nicaragua. Things are not always guaranteed. So we want to focus on getting stronger for women, and we want to focus on and you want to add some athletic things into that, but you want to get women away from the circuit training and the endless cardio into more of a balanced approach. And then you want to focus on getting them to eat to fuel their body as opposed to, starving themselves to lose weight. They're going to have much better long-term results. They're going to feel better. They're going to perform better in their job. They're going to be more confident. They're going to have better relationships if they feel good, right? Not if they feel like crap all the time. And embracing, getting women to embrace an athletic body shape. I think, the volleyball player type body shape is much more obtainable for most women. And quite frankly, the way women are designed, women are designed to hold fat in their hips for breastfeeding. Obviously women are designed to hold a little more fat so they can have children. That's essentially, burn me at the stake upside down for saying that, but that's the way women are wired. So like it or not, but that's just a fact. So the other big mistake, we summarized what we talked about yesterday. The other big mistake is loading. Okay. One, rushing the process way too much. not slow cooking things, and how they lift. Most women, if you tell them to do a body weight squat, they're going to arch their back. They call it J-Lo. Okay. They're going to arch really hard when they squat, when they deadlift. And not that there's anything necessarily bad about an arch, but if that's the only strategy you strengthen, eventually that arch is going to become your main strategy. And you end up doing a lot of things just primarily with your low back, essentially. And that pelvis dips forward. You lose access to some forms of hip mobility. You lose, you arch, you compromise the shoulder function. So if you continue to drive that arch, heavy bench, heavy squats, I really like the stack. I really like front squats. I really like safety squat bar, kettlebell squats. That's where I start people off. I want people to stack their rib cage and their pelvis so that they move better and the joints function better because they're in a better position. So really take your time in reinforcing the stack is super important. And once I learned that from Bill Hartman about the stack and about circumferential expansion, all of a sudden, a lot of the elbow issues and the knee problems and the foot problems all of a sudden mysteriously went away. And if you lift in a stacked position, you're gonna and you focus on breathing when you're doing your accessory work, breathing in on the way down, out on the way up. Obviously, on your big lifts, your deadlifts, your squats, you want to do a more of a Valsalva maneuver. But when you're doing lunges and you're doing things where you're moving and incorporating some alternating presses and things where you're alternating in, so everything's just not fixed. That's going to help people because, most of the women I trained, they wanted to get stronger, but if they were in pain all the time, that was not an option for them. Whereas with dudes, you'll see dudes, they'll have elbow wraps, wrist wraps, shoulder wraps, everything will be wrapped, and they'll just keep wrapping things, and they'll keep, they'll work through pain, around pain, with pain. Most women, if they're hurting all the time, their low back hurts all the time, they're just gonna be like, this just isn't worth it. So you want to make sure when you're working with a woman, you want to be able to shut that extended strategy off. And you want to give them exercises that encourage the stack, so to speak. So I apologize again for the internet issues. Been working on that. For whatever reason, it's been a little shady here lately. And we've been a couple of us that make our money or essentially have online businesses have been complaining to the internet service provider about getting it to be a little more consistent. Because one of the main reasons I moved down here was because of the good internet that they had here. And it's been a little sketchy here lately. So that being said, join Dr. Stillman and I tomorrow for our our Thursday weekly lesson, which is on hydration. Get on the email list, stillmanwellness.com for that. We're running a birthday special. It's my birthday this week on the weekend. We're opening up some spots in the Fundamentals of Wellness coaching program. That includes, if you want, you have an option. It's not included, but you can do an HTMA test as part of the program. 8 group coaching calls a month. Really, the accountability is what it's all about, and then helping you make changes over time. And we can help you with your strength training program. We can help you with your lifestyle, your nutrition. Plus, gives you a community. Like last night, the call we had was great. People interacting on the calls. They're providing support for each other. They're keeping each other accountable. We also have an accountability app. So, you can put a good person in with a bunch of bad people, and that good person is probably going to start doing things they normally wouldn't do. You put somebody who's struggling in with a group of good people, that person that's struggling is going to do better, right? And we've got a great group of great people. So if you're needing, if you're a little frustrated and you're looking to get a little support and some moral support from myself, Dr. Stillman, and the rest of the people in the course, it'd be a great place to go. It's open right now. There is a discount code. If you message me, I can send you the discount code, 50% off the first month. And we're only taking, I think, maybe 30 people total, because we really want to make sure we keep the quality high. And we're only opening this up several times a year because we want to keep the group calls extremely high quality, and we really want to service people. So I hope you have a great day. I hope the quality on this was better. I know it cut out a couple times, and I apologize for that. If you're listening to this on Spotify, my apologies. Or if, you're listening to it on Apple Play. I have some other options that I need to explore for internet to get a more consistent service. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a great day. Make sure you get outside today.